the same damn song. Rather run when you can crawl. 'Cause I know that you know that I'm not telling the truth. I know that you know that they don't have any truth. Glimpse of deception, learn how to bend. Your worst in vision bound to psych you out in the end. Do. Alright then, and to do that, and boom. Alrighty then. Oh, why is this gone? Oh my gosh, it's been too long. It's been too long. What did I do? Did I do something? I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot. That was a thing. Okay. Moon. There we go. Alrighty then. Just let people filter in here for a bit. Now, why don't I get started? Changeling. That's not that. That's not that one. How do you not have my How do you not have the link to my YouTube anymore? It's easier. Hold on. And copy link address in the minimize. I don't want. And go. Hello. We have more people. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. It has been far, far too long since I've done this. I would have done it last week, but I was in the middle of renovation is too strong a word. Fixing my recording space. So if it sounds a little different, let me know, because this is the first time I'm trying it out with this new setup. I'm no longer in a blanket cage. Now the walls are blankets. Welcome, V. Welcome, welcome. Oh gosh. That is much louder than my last water bottle. Oh gosh. Hello, Lucas. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And since it's been a while, I'll remind everyone, if you want to chat, feel free to come to YouTube or in the Discord, the live stream related chat room. That's where you can also post pictures or videos. I won't watch any videos until after the live stream, though. Without further ado, let's get on with it. I'm so excited. It's been way too long since I've been here. Hello, Doge. Welcome to the live stream. Ah, gosh. My water bottle doesn't have a cap on it, or else I'd keep it on my desk where it doesn't make any more noise. But yes, just let me know how it sounds. I feel like it's more echoey, but I'm not sure if that's just my mind playing tricks on me to make me think that this is a bad idea. So let me know if the quality changes. Alrighty then. And I completely forgot how to speak in every single voice ever, so we're starting from scratch pretty much. It's just been too long. Hello. Hold up. My glasses suck. Hello, boy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to... Oh, no. Well, welcome to Chapter 40, Moonlighting. And a waboom. And a wapapapa. Eratata. Every time a notification pops up on my computer, it scares me. I'm always afraid that this stream's just going to crumble. My setup's at any moment going to light on fire. It's never done it before, but I'm not saying it hasn't done it either. So, oh, let's just get on with it, shall we? Princess Luna was not what I expected. It should be reinforced that I recognize that I have no right to expect anything of the royalty, and am in no way inferring that any of them should act according to my personal preference. I only mean to state that I almost made it through. I almost made it through. I only mean to state that I was expecting something more Celestia-like. And who knows? Luna, and little does Idol know that Luna is his favorite princess. Or at least winning the favorite princess polls. Ergo, I was not expecting to walk into a storm the very next day. Ah, crap, Luna. Luna right off the bat. I forgot that this was a thing. Oh, no. And I just barely learned Luna last stream. So it's not even in a video format. Hold on. Hold on, I need to re-listen to me a few weeks ago, trying to figure out how to sound like Luna. Clock strikes moon. And... oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of things. Oh, I forgot I do this. Come on. Come on. No. Forgetting all the shortcuts. Hold on. Where is it? Nope. Before that. Okay, nope. How long was the Topaz interaction? Nope, even before that. I do seem to be out of sorts. Okay, there we go. Luna acquired. Oh, this is getting off to a rocky start. Oh, she sounds okay, let's do oh man. Oh crap. Crepe. No. All the crepes. Yeah, it's been ages since I've had a crepe. I don't know, I'm just not into breakfast foods. Although they are very delicious. Alrighty then. I suppose you're right. I suppose... my God. I suppose you're right, Tia. Thou willst explain thyself, sister. Oh, this is going to be harder than I... Thou knowest full well I have not conceived. She's just going to turn into an English person. Oh, she's definitely going to be English by the end of the stream. Ah, who knows? Maybe Old English is exactly how she should sound like. Thou willst explain thyself, sister. Thou knowest full well I have not conceived, and if the child was thine, claim her as such. Not too bad. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Luna, I have been trying to explain. She even has thy pink coat from long ago. Just complete English, complete English turnaround. Oh man, Luna, 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 Luna. The smaller blue alicorn flinched, but seemed to be trying to. The smaller blue alicorn flinched, but seemed to be trying to hold her ground. Still, all Princess Celestia needed was a moment. Princess Cadence is not related to us by blood. She's adopted. If she were mine by blood, the world would know it. I promise you that. Save. Save often. We don't want to have something like the crash of 20... Was it 2020 or 2019? I can't remember. Oh, it was definitely 2019. I lost it. Nope. 2019. I lost like an entire recording session because my computer crashed. Oh, that was a fun chapter. Truly? 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 Truly. She is. Oh, no. English accent away. We cannot stop it. No one can stop the accents from emerging. But all y'all been so quiet. What happened to trying to make me become distracted? You know, maybe this is the. Is this the new strat? Is that you're just. Is this the new strat? You're just not saying anything, and in doing so, distract me by not saying anything because I noticed you're not saying anything. Very, very interesting. I don't know if I like this new strat. It's kind of sus. Man, I've been too many memes. Memeos. I'm surprised no one's marketed that, to be honest. It's such a word today. A hint of exasperation from the princess. I doubted any of the ponies could have even noticed it. Yep. Oof. Yep. Oh, no. No, the ball has returned. No! Oh, man. What's going on with my... Sorry, my computer... You can't see anything about what's happening right now, but stuff's happening, and I'm not entirely sure what at the moment. So, you'll know if something is wrong by the stream suddenly ending. Maybe I should start doing these at 5. I don't know. So, let me know. Should I start these earlier, or should I keep them the same? Because I might be willing to move them at least an hour earlier. Definitely not 2, because that's way too early in the morning for me. Maybe later. And I might have more time to do more live streams in the future, and I'll keep y'all updated on that. The smaller blue alicorn flinched, but no, that's not the right one. A hint of excess. I already did that one. Of course, sister. Of course, sister. There is much to tell you about, and Cadence was going to be a surprise. Well, I am indeed surprised. Oh gosh. Oh no. I can already tell this is good. I need more agua. More agua than this. Much much agua. Sorry, water. No, wait. No, agua's right. Well, I am indeed surprised, Luna. Well, I am indeed surprised, Luna admitted, looking more and more abashed as her righteous anger faltered. She gave a Well, I am indeed surprised, Luna. Well, I am indeed surprised, Luna admitted, looking more and more abashed as her righteous anger faltered. She gave a small cough that did not seem entirely forced. Why is she a niece, then? Oh no, Cadence, don't don't ruin this for me. I don't know how to do your Mr. There we go. Berber. What's Berber agua? What's a Berber? Berber sounds. Be, the the old English suits Luna. Yes, I know, right? What's Berber? I don't know what's a Berber. It sounds. Yeah. You used to be pink? Cadence queried, intrigued and far more amused than the situation called for. I admit it was an odd thing to consider. Pink Celestia. Pink Lestia. My brain seized at that, but only momentarily. Cadence queried, intrigued and far more amused than the situation called for. I admit it was an odd thing to consider. Pink Celestia. Pink Lestia. My brain seized at that, but only momentarily. I was growing used to the betrayal of my mind when odd things were introduced. Pony things, I decided. I was being corrupted. I wondered idly if stating the term Pink Lestia would be an act of disloyalty. Maybe I could relay it to Topaz. More off-white than pink, I'm afraid. Pinkish? Regardless, Luna, I promise to explain later. She's just dropping the bass. Agua is Spanish. Oh, Berber is to drink, agua is Spanish. Ingest liquid. So Berber agua. Berber. Berber agua. Does anyone here play Among Us? I don't play Among Us, but I watch Among Us. And it is wonderful. I highly recommend Mr. Fruit because it is the best source of Among Us content I've ever seen. But oh man, so many good things. So many things have happened since we last chatted. The world ending even further. Even more stuff that I'm not going to get into. And then Among Us is the new thing. I remember someone putting on Twitter, or was it Tumblr? I can't remember. About how at the beginning of quarantine, we were all content to create our own small villages and show them to our friends. And then now we're ready to we're murdering each other. Either through our own actions or just booting people off a spaceship. And I'm like, and it is so great. More off-whitish than pink, I'm afraid. Pinkish? Regardless, Luna, I promise to explain later. 'Tis surprising all the same, Luna murmured. If she is not your daughter, then who? The sun and moon were wrested from our hooves several times during the long night. We would congratulate our foe on a battle well fought. On a battle well fought. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. I watched the Russian Badger the Russian bagger video on Among Us. It was funny. Yes, there's so many good people. I mainly stuck to Omwrecker and Mr. Fruit, but I might try Russian bagger after stream tonight, because I'm always looking for more content. Although if I do that, then I probably won't edit it. Then there's not going to be a video on Wednesday, which I haven't even done in ages anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. Celestia smiled. That would still be Cadence, Luna. Now the truly pink princess blanched. Oh, I didn't, Mr. Who. I didn't really. I didn't really. Nonsense. She's slowly becoming more and more English as the stream's going on. Oh no. Welcome, desk. An English accent really suits Luna. I can't help myself. Nonsense. You've managed, however temporarily, to wrest control of the celestial bodies from Nightmare Moon. 'Tis an accomplishment, my own special talent and that of my sister, and you were able to snatch control. 'Twas a fine effort and a distraction that may have done much for the new bearers. No. I don't know anything about fighting. I didn't even know that what I was doing. I mean, my talents aren't... Her desperate eyes fell upon me, and I was dragged unwillingly into a discussion amongst goddesses. Hey, Nux, if you want to laugh, let me guess, I should read Shattered Skies? Check out what I've been posting on my server in the general channel. Oh no. Should I be worried? I feel like I should be worried about this. All the weird stuff. Wait, what? What happened in... Wait. Shared weird but true stories about... Oh. Wait, who released chickens into your cafeteria? What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, join Desk's server if you want anime things and other tomfoolery. Also, he makes fun of me for not pronouncing words right, which is very fair, which is very granted, to be honest. I mess up words a lot. Oh man. Welcome Ace. Welcome. Mine was okay. I'm not going to read it because it's going to it just seems. No, you're not late. A wizard is never late. They arrive precisely when they mean to. Wait, one of the guys, a Batman mask out of paper mache, which led to some underclass girl applied directly to his skull after smearing his head with Vaseline. I should mention he decided to do this in March and April. Oh, I mentioned that the various stories of the strip mall still operate. Wait, the various stores at this. Wait, hold on. So with only half his head at paper mache, this guy ran out of Elmer's glue. Oh, which is a rather important ingredient, paper mache. For that was his name. Did not have anything remotely resembling a Batman mask on him. This gray blob with eye. Oh no! Paper mache for. Oh no. Uh, and he still had all over himself, which he claimed to keep the paper mache from sticking to him. Oh no. He decided to make paper mache gloves, and he had one glove finished. One of his arms were coated up to mid forearm in completely immobile gray plaster shell. Oh no! He turned into Freddy Krueger? Oh no! Oh jeez. Because he had learned at this point it was less to let Sam do his thing than to try and stop it. Sounds like one of the people I work with. Oh no. Oh. To this day, they're still looking for Sam. Okay, no, back to the story. Okay, you're too good at this desk. I mean, the only things that happened at my school was one is for the uh, senior prank. One of the assistant principal's daughters stole the school keys, and they TP'd the entire main hallway. The only place that wasn't TP'd was, funny enough, the bathrooms. But they even got up in the rafters. It's a 2-story launch to get it into some of the places where they got, and I have no idea how they did it. They were up for hours doing it. As well as one day, we call him Weed Dude, and Weed Dude, he was an awesome dude. I saw him sprinting through the hallways with a bag of weed over his shoulder, being chased by the school cop. Unfortunately, he did not escape. He got tased out front of the school, but oh my gosh, his legend in that school will live forever onwards. Oh no, I'm getting distracted again. Oh man. But seriously, that TP, I legit walked in, and then I almost immediately walked back out of the school because I thought it was a dream, because it looked like Fallout 4 post-apocalyptic stuff just went down. There's just trash and TP just everywhere. And I'm like, nope, I'm going back to sleep. This is obviously too much for me. Oh no, there's even more than Freddy Krueger? Oh no. I can What kind of school did you go to where they're just like, all right, just leave campus. You're good. Oh no. Oh man. Where did I leave off? Hold on. Can I get back on track? Wait. Oh, there we go. Idle, tell her. Idle, tell her. Idle, 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 idle. All right, I look forward to reading the rest of that, but hop on his server. Like, I don't go there. I'm not on there often, but when I am, it's always a good laugh. I'm going to ask random questions throughout the stream. Go right ahead. Ask all my thoughts about ask away. Ask pretty much anything. Anything is open for debate. Streaming skills, which I don't have. Lore questions, which I really appreciate, because I just love going on rants about the lore and what I think will come of it. And to be honest, my favorite theory right now is that Idol will get revealed at the Candlelight Wedding and is Thorax. Or that Thorax is the reason for or Idol is the reason for why Shining hates Changeling so much. Is not because they crashed his wedding, but because he was his friend the entire time. Oh man. Has anyone here ate glue on purpose? No, I can't say that I have. I know of a bunch of people who have, but me, I'm like, nah, it was just I might have been weird. But I've been weird and a hermit in high school. But I don't think they even gave us access to glue half the time. And I definitely didn't have it at home. So I don't know. Maybe I would have been a kid who ate glue. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm almost halfway gone. I'm halfway gone with my agua. I've been berberring too much agua. And then, but yes, that's either. Well, it's for me. Headcanon, Shining is pissed at Changelings because Idol was his friend, and then he gets revealed at the candlelight wedding. Second theory, which I just created on the spot right now, to be honest, because I've been thinking about this way too much, is that Thorax is Idol because he's like, except for infiltrators, no other changeling has a name, as far as we're aware. They're just like drones or whatnot, but only infiltrators have actual names. And I don't think that Thorax was an infiltrator. It just doesn't seem like Thorax. I think he might have just been in the hive the entire time until the wedding happened. So, but he's also very skilled socially, considering what we saw in Times They Are a Changeling. So that's my theory. Is that Idol is Thorax. It kind of makes a lot of sense, even though we love throwing around the idea that Idol and Thorax just kind of hate each other. No, Idol. No, Thorax. Pharynx. Well, we know that Idol's eyes are blue and Pharynx's are purple. But also, Pharynx is a guard, but not a hive guard. He's more of a. He's just a regular guard. But maybe Idol went through such a personality change after living with ponies for so long and then being betrayed on two fronts by both his people and his new family that he just kind of exiled himself and I don't know if maybe forced himself to wander the frozen north. Who knows? Although that didn't happen until that didn't happen until way after. So maybe he was just wandering. Probably the changeling. Probably also Kevin in Cranky's wedding, because it makes sense. Hmm, that's true, but that could have been. I mean, okay, you do have me there, but that is just. But I'm looking at it uh, from a lore area for idol's sake, because as far as V's told us in stories that only infiltrators get names, and that's why Circe has a name. Who knows? Maybe they were both picked to be infiltrators, and uh, then Pharynx couldn't hack it, so he became a guard or something like that because he was maybe too aggressive. But Circe already had a name, even though she was like a teenager, just barely out of adolescence, and just and still under the care of the nurse. So we know that they get their assigned jobs early, and uh, the nurse does say that she wanted to keep Circe from being just a digger. So maybe they saw his aggressiveness, even after receiving infiltrator training and a name, became a guard. Who knows? Like, Idol could be two different changelings, one that we know as Kevin and one that we know as Thorax. Oh no, V, don't throw the honestly. Honestly, I can already predict the next sentence. You're thinking way too much on this, Knox. And probably am, but this is also the only story I know enough about to theorize stuff. And even MLP, I can't theorize anything, but there's so much happens, and you try and keep it so close to show canon that all the pieces just fall together even better. If they don't plan out that way, then that's also fine. But it's fun to theorize. Yes, that's right. Theory confirmed. Yeah, oh my gosh, really? Oh my gosh. Ooh. I got. Pharynx was one of the nurse's old charges. Oh. Desk. Don't. No. Bad desk. And who knows, maybe the nurse gave all of her charges names, but it just doesn't seem very changeling-like. Especially, realistically, the nurse would also be Idol's charge. Realistically speaking, she is very old. So, Idol could also be one of the nurse's charges. Unless the nurse that he was raised under was also on the brink of death, like Circe's nurse. Although then that seems like a really short lifetime for changelings, considering Idol's in his prime, like in his 30s, as of right now, and the mayor's like, what we'd say would be around 80, maybe in a hundo. Who knows how long changelings live for? But you can't go much lower than that, or else Idol might have a suspiciously short life span for someone who's in seemingly excellent health. But who am I to who am I to judge? Pharynx was one. Oh, jeez. But yeah, the nurse, either Idol was also raised by the same nurse or a different nurse. Wait, that doesn't make sense either, because we don't hear about any other nurse, just the one nurse. And then that nurse was going to be replaced by a rising star. There only seems to be one nursery in the Hive to begin with. So Idol just met his old caretaker right before she died. And then she passed on to him one of her caretakers, one of her guardian lings, one of the hatchlings. Oh man, this is Idol family tree. He knows literally everyone. The omni-ship is real. And thou canst stop it. And I've been rambling for far too long. This is what happens when you get me talking about lore. Because I have a lot to say about lore because I love it so much. But I'm not going to get into a second tangent. Or is this fourth? I'm not going to get into a tangent about tangents, okay? I'm going to just try and focus as much as my small brain can. I wasn't with that nurse? But how? But why? Huh? Doesn't make sense. Is there just more than one nursery, or is there multiple nurses in the nursery? And they just all in charge of various pods? But then that doesn't make... What? Hold on. V, you can't leave me hanging like this. Don't. What? Wasn't with that nurse. So was he under a different nurse, or was... You're distracting me, V, and it's working. And I appreciate I appreciate it all the same. Multiple nurseries. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I suppose that makes sense. All right. Where did Uh, Idle, tell her. Truth, Truthfully, Your Majesty, I have heard love and war have fizz. Truthfully, Your Majesty, I have heard love and war have very Truthfully, Your Majesty, I have heard love and war have similar rules. Truthfully, Your Majesty, I have heard love and war have similar rules. Yeah. Alrighty then. if you could have shipped Thorax or Idle, who would you ship them with? Well, Idle obviously has to go to the three mares that have been pining for his love, which is Maud, Topaz, or Moth Chaser. I keep on switching between Camp Topaz and Camp Moth Chaser, just depending on which spin-off that I'm reading, because they're just also written well. There's a surprisingly lack of there's a surprising lack of Maud shipfics. I know she was only she's only been mentioned twice in the entire story, but still, the love that they have is real. Even a decade later, she's also playing the very long game. And I keep on flip-flopping with Topaz being either best friends, best friends, or just really good friends, to be honest, because but and then Moth Chaser, she's just adorable. Moth Chaser is just adorable in everything she's written in, and in this story too. But I don't know which one would be best. So I just go for the cuddle pile. I think there's a poll of the top shipping charts for the story somewhere in the Discord. Check it out because it's great. Thorax. So the thing with Thorax is that I've only watched a couple of episodes with him in it. I've watched To Where and Back Again and Times They Are Changeling. So I don't have much shipping fuel with him, except for maybe Spike. That's my shipping for him is Spike, because their budding bromance is just great. But I don't know. Thorax is a tricky one just because I don't know that much about him or the people he's interacted with. I heard a lot of people love shipping him with Ember, so who knows? Who knows? It could be, could not be. Yeah, Thrember. Who's Tom Dan? Idle and Boulder, I could definitely see. Although, didn't Boulder try and knock Idle out the first time they met? I don't know. I'm highly suspect of the Idle Boulder rant. I do believe that Boulder has been around for centuries and somehow been the mayor of multiple towns and a well-decorated officer of the guard. Let's make it a trio and call it a day. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Idle gets all the... Idle gets everyone. I call it Love on the Rocks. Oh. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man. Boulder. Oh man. You could call that a rocky relationship. You shouldn't take it for granted. Or else things might go to schist. No. Jeez. So surprisingly a lot of rock puns. And I love it so much. Here. Here, Luna grinned. Majesty, thou art taken to grandness, we see. That's just idle. He's got a much higher opinion of me than I deserve. I promise. See, I can make puns too. Thou art taken to grandness. That's just idle. He's got a much higher opinion of me than I deserve. I promise. Nonsense. We look forward to sparring in the future. Her countenance changed, becoming less certain. If that is amiable. Dang it, YouTube stole my... YouTube ate my joke. But the weird thing is that I can't see your joke. And usually I can see every joke. I see love on the rocks, but I don't see... Man, YouTube ate your joke. Don't put in stream announcement, live stream related chat. Why are these streams always at like 1 a.m.? 6:50 p.m. 6:50 p.m. here. Because everyone, it seems like everyone lives on the East Coast if they're in America. Man, YouTube didn't like, I think, oh my gosh, I think you should be stoned to death. Man, a little bit harsh. I hope you don't find my jokes too grating. Wait, if that is amiable. Cadence hesitated, but nodded slowly. Mountains, bruh! Mountains! Yeah! Wasatch Front! I think I can find some time for a little training. I certainly don't think I was doing as well as you're implying. Nonsense! Thou art a gifted beginner. We shall make a warrior of you. Nonsense! Thou art a gifted beginner. We shall make a warrior of you yet. Nonsense! Thou art a gifted beginner. We shall make a warrior of you. We shall make a warrior of you. Of you? You? Of you? You! Pew, 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 pew. I was perhaps the only one to catch Princess Celestia giving a fond sigh. As a true guard, I paid no attention to it, but allowed myself a moment to revel in the shared joy and camaraderie of those who fell under my watch. First section. Whew. All right, and it only took an hour. Okay, fantastic. Ready? Ready's the Doberman. Ready's the Doberman squats. I don't know. I think we need to get to the root of the issue. Oh man. Although I say to Disney, it's none of their bismuth. You brought this on yourself, Desk. I took geology. I know it's not your fault, but I took geology. So I have many, many more of these to come. Princess Luna's return was not without... Princess Luna's return was not without external strife, however. Certain individuals use... Princess Luna's return was not without external strife, however. Certain individuals used the opportunity to cause trouble, because of course they did, and there were a few small protests calling for the re-banishment of Nightmare Moon, which only seemed to further crush Princess Luna's spirits and confidence back to what she had been that first day. I can tell, Dark Humor. You misunderstand. I am not upset. I am proud. Thing is that you think you have created a monster, but I was already one. Everyone at work knows me for my ability to tell endless amounts of dad jokes. Princess Luna's return was not without external strife, however. Certain individuals used the opportunity to cause trouble because, of course, they did, and there were a few small protests calling for the re-banishment of Nightmare Moon, which only seemed to further crush Princess Luna's spirits and confidence back to what she had been that first day. A griffin had decided to commit theft in the market, having decided that her time spent arguing with the pony was at least worth some of his wares. Annoyingly, this seemed to be some grand griffish trading strategy. She could simply fly away and keep the items, but didn't. Still, most businesses detested the practice, and it was technically stealing, even if the stolen item was to be brought back and renegotiated. The guard, of course, did not belong in this transaction from the griffish perspective. From the guard's perspective, we politely, if firmly, disagreed. Oh no. How is a gun and a bag of chips this? How is a gun and a bag of chips are the same? Ooh, I don't know. And unfortunately, due to quarantine, all my jokes will be inside jokes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Cornering an angry griffin in any alleyway was hardly what most would consider to be a pleasant afternoon. Griffins, it should be noted, are made of sharp things. The beaks are like shears, the talons like spikes, and even the claws on the rear paws are exceptionally claw-like. Because I can't read. They're both empty. Yep, they're both empty once you're done with. Yep, that's true. Yep, I will admit that's very accurate. Cornering an angry griffin in an alleyway was hardly what most would consider to be a pleasant afternoon. Griffins, it should be noted, are made of sharp things. The beaks are like shears, the talons like spikes, and even the claws on the rear paws are exceptionally claw-like. I have heard them likened to knives, but this seems to be an inaccurate connection. Most pony knives are actually rather dull, beyond that they lack the ripping characteristics, and I believe it to be an important feature. Oh, jeez. not, not going to read that one, but, yep, yep, that's very, very, very accurate. Cheers. Still, her negotiating tactic for the guard was mostly to puff herself up and try to look intimidating, which, to be fair, mostly worked. On those of us who recognized the potential threat. Still, her negotiating tactic for the guard was mostly to puff herself up and try to look intimidating, which, to be fair, mostly worked. No. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. Still, her negotiating tactic for the guard was mostly to puff herself up and try to look intimidating, which, to be fair, mostly worked on those of us who recognized the potential threat of a griffin. Bold, however, chose to flex right back at her, taking what I could only assume to be classical bodybuilding stances. I love everyone is great. Oh, I forgot to watch. Welcome, MQ. I can't believe I missed you. Welcome, Meek. Meek? MQ. Welcome, MQ. Welcome to Livestream. I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome all the same. I faced Hoof. It seemed like the thing to do. Shows of physical prowess and intimidation were part of Griffish courtship rituals. Griffish courtship. Oh my gosh! Why these? Why do you include tongue twisters in every single paragraph? I'd almost mark it as a typo if it wasn't grammatically correct. I faced Hoofed. It seemed like the thing to do. Shows of physical prowess and intimidation were part of Griffish court. Of. I faced Hoofed. It seemed like the thing to do. Shows of physical prowess and intimidation were part of Griffish courtship rituals. It seemed it was very likely this would only escalate matters. All the bully rooks with your buskin boots. Best ye go, faster than my bow. All you bully rooks with your buskin boots. I love bardcore so much. It's great. Bardcore and sea shanties are my two new favorite musical genres, and I just barely discovered them like a couple months ago. Posted the best cover of Pumped Up Kicks ever in the Discord chat. I will watch it. I will watch it later. I faced Hoofed. It seemed like the thing to do. Shows of physical prowess and intimidation were part of Griffish courtship rituals. It was very likely this would only escalate matters. I was suddenly alarmed at the sharp ping from Bold. I stared at the russet stallion as a further series of pings occurred as he popped the rivets of his armor. How strong was this earth pony? Did he realize that he was damaging his own armor like this? The armorers would have a field day. The armorers would have a field day. This sentiment was shared at least somewhat by the griffin, followed by waves of shock and intrigue. Bold, misunderstanding entirely, relaxed. Oh crap. It's been Bold, no. Bold, no. Why? Go ahead. Go ahead, boy. Boy. Oh, I gave him a little bit of an accent, didn't I, on this one? Now, what kind of accent did I give Bold? Did I give him a entirely inaccurate Aussie accent? Well, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did it like this. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not. I am going to nope out of that that right there and focus entirely on what I'm doing. Bold. How do I speak? How do I speak like you? What is going on? uh, let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Blue. What's wrong with Blue? Actually, no. That's Windy. How do I talk like Bold? Oh no. One of them really big. Yep. All right. Sounds good. Ooh. Bold. Hmm. Bold, bold, bold. Siri, how to slap someone through a computer. Okay, Google. How to slap someone through a computer. Uh, oh, sorry. That's probably really loud on your end. Sorry about that. But bold, 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 buddy. Come on. Just come on. Your voice. My voice? Yes, I need it. Now you want to come quietly? Nah, he wasn't like, didn't sound like that. How did Bold? I don't think we heard Bold since the forest. So I need to pull up the forest. Morning Woods. No. Morning Woods wasn't it? It was Under Armour. I believe. Oh no. What? Was that more? Was that Dank? I can't. It's been. This is This was 20 chapters ago. I can't remember anything. Nope. This was one. Ah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wing it, even though Idol doesn't have wings right now. All right. Yeah. I'd rather be caught dead than traveling through that forest. What? Yeah. Are you gonna come quietly? Nope. Bold. Why do you? I know I need to. I know I need to create a master sheet for everyone. It's just hard, okay? Was it Morning Woods? I can't remember. Oh, this was an old one. Oh yeah, no. The Morning Woods was this chapter. I split up in like to 2 streams because it was so long. Come on, where are you? Where are you, Boldy, Boldy, Bold? The tiny. So why don't we just burn it down. There we go. He was slightly southern. That's the bold I remember. And that's probably. Nah, are you going? No, no, no. Now, are you going to come quietly? Uh, let's see. Oh, crap. No. Stop. No. No. Nah. Are you going to come quietly? The Griffins. No. This Griffin woman. Now, where are you? Why don't we just, burn it down? Now, are you going to come quietly? Yeah, only in COD, I only ever got to like a 3-kill streak because I'm terrible at video games. That's why I watch video games instead of playing them. Wherever you take me, the Griffin mumbled, dazed. I would have to explain what he had done later. For now, she would cool off in a cell and pay her fine. Perhaps we could nip this tactic in the bud before it became commonplace. It had been 6 days, almost 7, before this meeting was unavoidable. I rapped a hoof on the granite block, then twice more in rapid succession, then once more, and thrice. Silence greeted me. I began to worry. Nightmare Moon's return had caused some chaos, true, but my instructions had been explicit. But could one blame someone for fleeing? I began to worry. Nightmare Moon's return had caused some chaos, true, but my instructions had been explicit. But could one... I began to worry. Nightmare Moon's return had caused some chaos, true, but my instructions had been explicit. I can't get this. I began to worry. Nightmare Moon's return had caused some chaos, true, but my instructions had been explicit. But could one blame someone for fleeing during what some thought to be the end of the world? Whew, that's a mouthful. I began to worry. Nightmare Moon's return had caused some chaos, true, but my instructions had been explicit. But could one blame someone for fleeing during what some thought to be the end of the world? I could, I found. Nymph? Oh no, I forgot. I was paying. So, nymph. Nymph, Circus, nymph. Y'all got any idea for how I should talk to nymph? I don't play games too often. But when I don't play games too often. But when I do, it's usually Minecraft. The first 4 Halo, the Halo, the Halo games, just 1 through 3 and Reach. Reach was my family's favorite, so we just kind of play that off and on sometimes. Smash 64, and this lovely little game called Tap Hole Trouble. Fantastic game. I recommend everyone play it. It's like a adventure side scroller, and it is a musical adventure side scroller is the best way I can describe it. I think I almost played it on stream once, and then I didn't. But it's a great fun game, and I highly recommend it to anyone that wants just a really nice, chill, easy game. Okay, but anyway, back to Nymph. So, Nymph. Why? Why? Tell me why did a man have to die? Brought down in his prime. All right. Nope. There we go. I'm trying. Oh gosh, I am so. I just realized how quiet I am. Nymph's a main character. I can't screw her voice up. I mean, there's a lot of main characters, but Nymph's one of the one of the more prominent ones. I can't give her. I can't just give her any voice. I could give her this one. I don't know. I was kind of saving a voice kind of like this uh, for something else. I don't know. Wait. You just okay, Scootaloo, Scootaloo, Scootaloo. This would be so much easier if I would watch the show more often, or watched it all the way through. I still haven't done it, and I need to. Work's just crazy, and plus I can barely even get these chapters out, let alone watching a show. Oh man. Hey, Ilvin, I got a gift for you. Is 762. I don't know what that is, but oh well. One, two, three, I'll be there. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. Alright, Scootaloo. Fair enough, I don't know. I gotta go twice as hard. Or 3 times as. Scootaloo's voice. Young, scratchy, gravelly voice. That's also a female. It's kind of hard to pull off. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't come, but I've lost all control and I need you now. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be. Oh, she's going to be English too. Nymer Moon is infecting the populace. It was supposed to be 3 knocks then too. You don't have any rhythm. It's not my fault. She just has a thick Cockney accent. Yes, a kid. A kid is what brings me. A kid is what's going to defeat my ability to continue to read for tonight. I still have 45. I still have 40 minutes. I can do this. I believe in the heart of the cards, and by the power of love and anime, I will find out how to voice Circe's. Circus. I'm completely guessing on how to pronounce that name. So let's see. Scootaloo. Oh. You gave me a hint. I love this episode, by the way. Oh gosh, it's even higher than I thought it was. Guys, let's do this thing. Oh no. Thank you, Desk. It's much appreciated. I don't know how I'm going to copy it. Then there's the hoop. And then there's the hoop. You do the do-si-do to the left and to the right, and then there's the hoop. I think I got some. I think I got somewhat. I think I got somewhat of a voice, although it needs to be about 20% higher. Welcome, comma. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I like how you confuse me with your thing with it, comma on YouTube and karma on FinFiction. It's like you're trying to just confuse with my already there small brain. It's small brain time. There is no such thing as big brain in this recording studio. well, 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. I guess this will be a scootaloo then. Or, more seriously, this will be Cirrus. Did I actually have a voice? It kind of sounds like Looney if I'm not... And you were supposed to answer without the... It was supposed to be 3 knocks then 2, came an indignant cry. And you were not supposed to answer without the proper signal, I agreed, now somewhat cross. If I am doing it wrong, you aren't supposed to respond. You don't have rhythm. It's not my fault. You don't have any rhythm. It's not my fault. The gatherer protested, wiggling her way out of a hole that, honestly, I hadn't ever seen. She sat in front of me, looking eager. Your brain is just your brain is just not registering the R. No, seriously, it says comma, and then it says karma. Comma. Don't do this to me. I know. I can read barely, but I can do it. Don't do this to me. She sat in front of me, looking eager. It's supposed to be 3 knocks, then 2, okay? All right? Well, take it from the top. Is Nightmare Moon really back? I heard she's pretty. I'm afraid you missed that. Princess Luna has returned to rule alongside the others. However... I am afraid you missed that. I am afraid you've missed that. Princess Luna has returned to rule alongside the others, however, and I suppose one could say she is attractive. How's her wingspan? Yeah. How's your wingspan? How's her wingspan? I sputtered. Nymph. The young changeling grinned up at me. She was entirely too young to make such jokes, I decided. I couldn't understand how she learned such things. Most of her interactions were with colts and fillies roughly her own age. Defeated, I offered her a crystal, which she traded out for one that was surprisingly still well lit. You are being careful with your playmates, I hope. Nymph bounced in place, eager to relay her tales. I'm imaginary. They want me to be a unicorn? I'm a unicorn. They want me to be a Pegasus? I'm a Pegasus. Most of the parents don't pay much attention so long as everyone's having fun. Nymph was a sweetling, I thought. Nymph was a sweetling, I thought. She'd done wonders as an infiltrator and gatherer. Nymph was a sweetling, I thought. She'd have done wonders as an infiltrator and gatherer, practically self-sufficient even at her age. And your forms? The nymph had, by my count, something like 2 dozen. If any pony started noticing them, I had no doubt Canterlot would be in a frenzy to determine the source of all these apparent orphans. Thankfully, she discarded each set as soon as she got bored with them. Ooh, look at this one! She turned into an orange filly with a blue mane. Red Jack, she stated proudly. Except that you are not red, I pointed out. She blinked, looking at her foreleg with consternation. How do you like the nymph voice? I feel like it's better. It's better than what I had before, which was nothing. So. I feel red, she argued, defiant. Oh no. Here's another joke. Why can't an orphan play baseball? Because they can't run home? It's a terrible one. I sighed. It had been a trial to convince the nymph that I was not simply making up things, but usually she accepted my criticism. Sometimes it bothered her. I could hardly blame her. How did one truly explain that half of her friends were more visually complex than she knew? Yay! Approval for the new nymph voice, and one that I can actually remember how to do. Because this is kind of the voice I use to make fun of Looney whenever we hang out. Yep, that's it. It was an odd feeling, knowing that she could have been destroyed. It was an odd feeling, knowing that she could have been destroyed. It was a physical aberration of some sort. The hive did not allow for such things. As a gatherer, she would be incapable. It was an odd feeling, knowing that she could have. It was an odd feeling, knowing that she should have been destroyed. It was a physical aberration of some sort. The hive did not allow for such things. As a gatherer, she would be incapable of performing her duties. Become a red version of a green mare, and every pony would see you as an impostor within moments. Turning this flower-loving, fun-seeking nymph into an excavator drone? Turning this flower-loving, fun-seeking nymph into an excavator drone where her disability would be irrelevant? Unthinkable, but still preferable to her assured death. Fleeing with her and bringing her to a changeling exile to care for and possibly teach her what. Yeah. Desk, you can't catch me up that hard. Man, that is a long delay if you're just barely getting to it. Fleeing with her and bringing her to a changeling exile to care for and possibly teach her that color existed? Treasonous. Hotel Travago. The nurse had been a truly terrifying creature. An old changeling in any position was uncommon. Her losing a youngling would have most likely. The nurse had been a truly terrifying creature. An old changeling in any position was uncommon. Her losing a youngling. The nurse had been a truly terrifying creature. An old changeling in any position was uncommon. Her losing a youngling would have likely cost her more than her duty, but I was forbidden from revealing that to her last charge. It was not unheard of for the larvae to wander and get lost, needing their nursemaids to retrieve them from whatever peril. Bleh. Low latency. Probably. How do I turn on low latency? Like, I don't even need high latency. It's not like there's much visual stuff going on. Where do I go? That? Do I go there? Oh. Oh no, I have to go through a tutorial. I'm going to save that for a later stream. And I don't know how to turn on low latency. Uh, right now, I'm gonna look through all of this after the live stream, since we only have a half hour left, and I don't want to screw anything up, right? All right. I know that there's an option, but I have no idea where to find it. Since they changed things so much. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was not unheard of for the larvae to wander and get lost, needing their nursemaids to retrieve them from whatever peril they were in. Escaping with one, however, went against everything we believed. Escaping with one, however, went against everything we believed in. I could not fathom how she managed the strength. I had not argued. Escaping with one, however, went against everything we believed in. I could not fathom how she managed the strength. I had not argued against her return, and the punishment she would assuredly endure. She had detested me, and truly I could not blame her, but I was the nymph's only chance, and better the young than the old. If she could bear the shame of the If she could bear the shame of betrayal, I could carry the guilt over not telling her final charge of her fate. Yeah, I tried to go there just to try and change it, and then it's like, let's take a tour. I'm like, nope, not right now. And it wouldn't let me skip it either, so that's something for a future stream. Nonetheless, I assure you that you are orange. Now yellow, green, pink. You are entirely aware that you are violet right now. Orange again. Red. Red, she confirmed, eyes closed. Red, 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 red. She changed back to green, then red again. It was a slightly different shade. Red? Still red, I congratulated her. It was impossible for her to practice without me. It would have been so much easier to involve Topaz. I truly had no idea what I was doing here. She was already irreverent and behaved in strange ways. I could not imagine re- I could not imagine I could not imagine reintegrating her with the hive. She buzzed, quite pleased with herself. Awesome! Quite groovy. Quite groovy, I assured her. You're ruining it! She pointed a chitinous hoof at me, dropping her disguise. No pony says that anymore. It's an old pony thing. Let's see. You don't think about it too much, but what the nurse and idol are, what the nurse and idol are, two great examples of the argument that changelings were once ponies like before. Oh. Yeah, I can. It's hinted, but I'm thinking they're cursed ponies from the north, either from the Empire or a lost tribe that was lost. Man, getting double lost is just terrible. And to be honest, like that's I actually was throwing around an idea for a story ages ago. I think I even said it on stream once, where they were like a fourth tribe that made it to Equestria before the other tribes managed to. Like, they separated themselves far before the strife got too bad, but they still fled to Equestria. And then, unfortunately, with the release of Discord, he turned them against each other. Uh, and basically, it spread like an infection where if instead of being an emotional zombie when you were completely drained, if under the right circumstances, like in a changeling pod, for example, you would actually turn into a changeling. And that just, but they could never satisfy their hunger, so they were incredibly like locusts, just always increasing their number and searching out for more and more food. Chrysalis was slightly in the right mindset. She was like either a powerful unicorn or a alicorn. I think I just left it at unicorn, to be honest, and tried to like find ways to let her subjects eat without creating more subjects, but didn't really work out. And that was the basis for my story. I remember another story that I read that the changelings were ancient crystal ponies. And no, a forgotten tribe that lost some conflict. Yep, that makes sense. But yeah, like they were banished from the empire, and uh, when they were cut off from the crystal heart, they couldn't do magic anymore. So they used it so that they were powered uh, by emotion, by stolen emotion, and that basically cursed them into being like changelings. It's a really good story. It's like I have it right here. Unfortunately, it's on permanent hiatus, which is always a tough thing for stories to get into, but nevertheless, it's a fantastic one. Oh yeah, The King is Dead, Long Live the Emperor is a fantastic story. I really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend it. Even if it's unfinished, I highly recommend it. Topaz does it occasionally, I argued, though she was probably right. Apparently, infiltrators were given lessons on up-to-date pony terminology in accordance with their age. You and Topaz are old, she countered. Cut to the quick, I sank backwards with a hoof over my chest. I may not share my apples with a comment like that. Well, I have a chicken. She stated proudly. I gave her a look, and she deflated. It was a pigeon, but pigeons are good too. I only ate half of it. That's worth an apple or two. Then we shall eat, and then practice a bit more. She looked up at me hopefully, awaiting more. I sighed. And after that, I may have more of those books. You found Daring Do and the Marked Thief of Maripor? Her excitement shone like a beacon. And I sat up sternly. There we go. She looked up at me hopefully. Her excitement shone like a beacon, and I sat up sternly. Oh, crap. Let's see. Read that story. Before the comics, I thought changelings were the followers of the Crystal Queen who lost to Sombra. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. At least I have chicken. Ancient nymph proverb. At least I have chicken. Contain yourself, nymph. Contain yourself, nymph. Contain yourself, nymph. She stiffened, then looked away, shamed. Damn it. You must be careful. We are doing well for yourself, but our emotions are a finite thing. It is not right for us to be wasteful. Her agreement was respectful, if slightly sullen. Yes, sir. I would not tell her that revealing herself to others from the hive might mean her death. It was my duty to protect her from that fate. She knew not to do it, and knew that she had been forbidden from returning to the hive. Not, however, exiled. Her nurse was the highest authority that she had ever had to No, that's reference to Leroy Jenkins. You got to know Leroy Jenkins. It wasn't that long ago. Here's another quote. I know Leroy Jenkins. I know Leroy Jenkins. I don't know anything other than the soundbite of Leroy Jenkins, but although I didn't catch the reference either, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm too old or too young. Who knows? Oh, here's another question. When did you get into MLP? It was probably 2011, 2012. My brother got in on it right in the golden years. It introduced basically my entire family to it, and uh, I was like 12, 13, just heading into junior high, and I did the whole rebel thing of like, it's just a girly show. It's so girly. I'm not gonna like a girly show. But I also have this thing where if there's a screen on in the room, I can't pay attention to other things happening, even if I'm watching my own stuff. So my brother would watch it in the kitchen in the mornings when I'm trying to eat breakfast, and I would try and watch something on like my old tablet that we had, but my eyes just kept on going to the screen, and then I would realize it, and then look down at the tab again, and then look up, and I'm like, nope, and then I look back down. And then it wasn't until I was in high school, so beginning of high school in my sophomore year, beginning of high school in my sophomore year, that I finally officially like would say that I became a brony. So it took 3 years for me to finally admit it, but that's when I first drew Equinox, and I still have that drawing somewhere. I'm never going to show anyone it because it's just really terrible. uh, and then like I moved across the country with a bunch of new like I was still like a closet brony at this point, but then in my junior year I had to mid junior year I had to move across the country to a new school, and then I like fully like came out as a brony. uh, and I was, and that's when I like think I officially liked it the most. And then, but I couldn't find the episodes anywhere was my issue. It was so hard finding episodes. Uh, so yeah, I think this was right in season 4. Yeah, season 4, I believe. And it was a. I was reading fan fictions, although I was really confused on why Twilight was constantly being portrayed as an alicorn, because I had never watched season 3, so I never saw that. And then I finally saw that episode, and Magical Mystery Cure is one of my favorite episodes in the series. Not my most favorite. I think my most favorite has to be Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Okay, so I think it's Crusaders of the Lost Mark, Heartswarming Tale, then Magical Mystery Cure, and then Saddle Row Review. Although I haven't really kept up with the show beyond season 6, so I could have many more favorite episodes beyond that, but up till season 6, those are my favorite episodes, and the 4th season is my favorite season. So yeah, that's how Equestria was made. What has I look away for a second because I'm reminiscing. What has happened in the chat? I did. I went to BronyCon 2018 and BronyCon 29. No, yeah, BronyCon 2018 and BronyCon 2019. So the last 2 years it was on, and I have to say 2018 was my favorite year. It was just like a much more fun experience. 2019, I was much less prepared for the convention, uh, and I was, and I'm, but, uh, but it was still a fun convention. But I preferred 2018 to 2019, mostly because the convention was too big for the small convention center it was packed into for the 2019. But I'd have to say my favorite conventions that I've ever went to was Everfree. I haven't been to many. I went to Everfree, Nightmare Nights, BronyCon, and uh, Crystal Mountain. I wanted to go to High Roller, but then that got canceled. And I was planning on going to Everfree this year, and then the world ended. So you'll be seeing me at Everfree whenever this pandemic finally ends. But yeah, and then I participated a little bit in LooneyCon because Looney Turtle's my friend, and him hosting his own convention kind of made sense because he's just been running around. He's been touring conventions for years and years, and and he made a really great runner. Yeah, he made a really good convention runner, even if it was online. Desk, I know what Jenkins is. You don't have to tell me what Leroy Jenkins is. I Leroy Jenkins. God damn it, Leroy. But yeah, that is my history of BronyCon. And fun fact, I was actually hired on as a vector artist for both uh, for both Stable Tech and Spectra Studios. But in a weird twist, they never send me any material to draw. So I was a part of I was a like officially registered with their roster, but they never sent me anything to create. So I was on there, but I never made a thing. Again, Desk, I'll watch it after the stream. There's only 15 minutes left, so. At least I have Chicken Line as part of. Wait, that's a reference? How obscure are these references? The only reference that people know from Leroy Jenkins is that he charges it Leroy, and that's all that I know from that video. And I've watched it quite a few times. But anyway, you get very good distractions on all y'all's part. Not exiled. Not, however, exiled. Her nurse was of. Not, however, exiled. Her nurse was the highest authority she had ever had to recognize, and she had been ordered not to return and to heed my guidance, with caveats. Caveats I knew precious little about. Apparently, secret orders were in our blood. The moment dragged on, and I huffed. I also have the cursed chalice of King Kukracha. Kukaracha, kukaracha, ya da 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 da. It's the end of the vid. Caused all of this, caused all that mess, and his chicken was the only saving grace. Nice. Again, I watch after. Oh man, I will still finish this. Oh gosh, what happened? Uh, After the raid fails and everyone blames Jenkins, he says, "At least I have chicken," which is why he was late to the planning. He was heating up chicken in the microwave. Yep. Nice. I must have not watched the right video. My friends must have not shown me the right video then, because I have no recollection of this chicken. So, it was just him running in, and them all saying, "God damn it, Leroy," and then the video ended. So I guess I've never seen the misfortunes of Leroy Jenkins. Her eagerness returned, though she attempted to maintain her composure this time, quickly taking the books from me. Her eagerness quickly returned. Her eagerness returned, though she attempted to maintain her composure this time, quickly taking books from me lest I change my mind and make her wait until after practice. Hey, doesn't this thing on the cover look a lot like you? Hey, doesn't this thing on the cover kind of look like you? I am sure you are imagining things. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, folks, another chapter, some fresh art, and a new character. Ooh, yes. Da-ba-da, and a but no, you didn't let me do the last ba-da. The last ba-da. There we go. There's the last ba-da. And I will be posting these in the Discord. I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever do we do to make it take a while away? Discord, are we a prey alone, or are we just a stepping stone for taking back the throne? Discord, we won't take it anymore. So take your tyranny away. Discord. Come on. And boom. I know we've all seen these before, but you know, it's always good to be reminded of all the great art that's that we get of our dearling. After they say that, then he says the chicken line. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like the video that I was watching, they cut it. But yes, that is... I kind of like putting the contrast side by side. Anyone else? As always, comments are an author's food palette. And I think these two artworks were like the beginning of a green tinted idol, which I enjoy. I enjoy the green tinted idol look. It's great fun. And I finished just in the nick of time. Oh my gosh. You guys sure got me good. Man, you almost distracted me to the point where I didn't almost finish it. But thankfully, I persevered. Oop, and I better do my new ritual. Moving on over. Now I have three videos to edit, which I'm going to get to. Also, I may be getting a new job sooner rather than later. So who knows? I might, with the new job, I might be able to record more, or maybe even get some editing done once in a while. But I think I may end the stream there, unless you guys want to know anything. Want to ask me anything else before we wrap up this fine little show of ours. I'm just going to be doing some pre-editing stuff just to make it easier on myself when I eventually get to here. Last question. When you became a brony, had anyone bullied or harassed you for liking the show? I'm sure there were Uh, I never really outright said anything, and I didn't even have brony T-shirts. The most people would be able to infer about me being a brony is they might have caught me reading it, reading some fan fiction, or maybe drawing, or even just finding me on DeviantArt. I remember with distinct clarity, I was always afraid someone was going to find my DeviantArt, uh, and then just bully me for liking the show. But thankfully, that didn't happen. Uh, and by the time I did, it was like, yeah, I know. I found out my family. I was a closet brony for a while, and they definitely teased me for it quite a bit. But I found out that if I was just really, what's the word, blasé about the whole thing, they made fun of me less about it. If I was just like, yeah, I'm a brony, what does it matter? And then that, yeah, so what? It's just like another hobby. Then people stop doing those things to me. My ID is same thing as everywhere else on the internet. Equinox3141. Equinox3141.deviantart.com. Uh, oh man, I've been on there almost 20 years. I might as well follow you there. Yes. But yeah, uh, you can also see all the daily doodles I've been doing. If anyone else wants to join me in daily doodling, uh, uh, you're more than welcome to join me. This was something I started. Uh, this is something I attempted to do uh, last year. After watching this episode of Corridor Crew on YouTube, where they met up with this guy named Beeple, who's done a daily render every day for the last 5 years. Like, it's insane. He's just done this every day. And then he pointed out in the video that then they tried to match his challenge, and he said you have 45 minutes. And they're like, 45 minutes? Like, yeah, 45 minutes. This is a daily. So I gave myself a half hour to draw. And I'm not really too confident in my artistic abilities. And it took me, and I did do a daily draw for 20 days. I almost made an entire month. And then I stopped because I ran out of energy and I couldn't continue on. And then it was just like the negative feedback loop of, well, I'm never going to catch up, and da 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 da. Yeah, those are all my drawings in the artist gallery. Those are every daily draws. Uh, for a half hour every single day, I draw something. And since someone reminded me that it was Inktober, I'm trying to follow the prompts of Inktober. Although I'm going to switch two of them around because I did October 1st before realizing Inktober was a thing, and it fits with a different prompt, and I'm just going to swap that prompt with day one. So retroactively, I'm in Inktober as well. Although it's been great fun. Knox has his head was turned into a pumpkin, so don't ask. Probably questionable magic, or he just found a magical pumpkin. Who knows? Uh, yeah, they're not my greatest pieces of art. Like, they're not even finished. I wouldn't even classify as any of those as finished, but they are dailies. They're supposed to be rough draws. It's kind of like gesture drawing, if anyone's heard about that, where you have a set amount of time to draw a picture, and it's supposed to help you like get anatomy down and posing and whatnot. And it works out for some people, but for now, I'm just doing it daily. Maybe I'll do some gesture drawing as well. But I have that strict half-hour rule, which means I'm not going to get into line art, to like perfecting line art or getting colors in there or anything like that. I barely have time to get dialogue in there half the time. uh, but but yeah, those are rough sketches, and I'm going to keep them that way because that's exactly what they're supposed to be, is rough sketches. Maybe I'll finish some up, uh, maybe fully complete them, but the plan is right now is to just keep them as they are, and if I want to upgrade them later, I'll do that. If I don't, then all right, they're already fit. They're already done. I swear I have ADD, but that's why I had to keep it to a half hour and actually have myself timed and have a set time that I do it every day because I used the problem with last year's strategy was I'd just be like, I'll just get home and then just start a timer when I feel like it and then draw for a half hour. And then what would usually happen is I would get distracted, and then before I knew it, it was 6 o'clock and I still hadn't drawn anything yet. And I'm like, well, I have to go to bed, so I can't do my daily today. I'll just make up for it tomorrow. I'll just make up for it tomorrow. I'll just make up for it tomorrow, and it just kept going like this. But now my rule is from 4 to 4:30 I draw. I do nothing but draw. I have the TV on in the background, but if I get too distracted by the TV, I turn it off and just focus on it for just a half hour. 45 minutes is too long, I found. I get distracted too easily for me to be able to do a 45-minute drawing. So half hour is kind of like a perfect middle, and even then I get finished within 20 minutes. And that's why all those drawings are posted so early in the morning, is because I just want to, because I'm like, I'm going to forget if I don't post them immediately. So I draw them, post them, get them all into the right servers, and put it on my DA, and then I just go on to the next thing that I have, and I have to keep that strict schedule, or else it will all fall apart. But yeah, I believe anyone could potentially do it, even, but it was not really meant to uh, be like a challenge or anything. It was more meant to get me in the habit of drawing, because if you would look at my upload history of art that I've done, there is like sometimes 6 month or even a year and a half gap between drawings, and then you'll just get a burst of art, and then I'm quiet again for like another year, two, or something like that. And I wanted to stop that, so I'm like, I'm going to just do something every day. It didn't work out last year. Last year was a testing year, and this year it's actually working out. I'm hoping to at least break last year's record, which was 20 days. So if I can break 20 days, I'm on the right track, and my goal is to get to 100 days of art. And then maybe I'll do like a collage or something like that. But that's for future thing. And then after that, a year, then two, then like I'll just maybe like do a collage a year or something. Man, 350 images, that seems like so much. But and you just have to take it a day at a time. The first, like everyone says about exercising, the first step is the hardest. Oh, that's with anything, and someone else told me it takes 3 months for a habit, for a for a habit to become routine, or for a routine to become a habit. Either way, they both work. And like so far, I've been holding on to this routine of a half hour. Even if I start 15 minutes late to the of when I'm supposed to draw, if like I get busy and I'm not home until like a quarter after 4, then I only draw for 15 minutes that day. As long as I stick to that schedule, I should be fine. And that's where you got that creepy genie poster, that creepy genie-esque drawing a couple days ago. That was from me running out of time because I was getting distracted with uh, TV and Discord. So, but yeah, I highly recommend it, even if it's like once a week, as long as you get in the habit of it. As long as you get into a consistent habit of drawing or writing or whatever, then that's good enough. It doesn't have to be daily. It doesn't have to be every other day, or it could be once a week, once a month, or something. But you just have to start. You just have to start and then say to yourself, I'm going to keep on doing this, so that way you can progress. I've learned so much already from doing these dailies about anatomy, body positioning, how to compose an art, and I hope that other people try it out too, because it's just been so helpful for me. I hope other people enjoy it as well. But I've been talking for like I've been rambling for 20 minutes now. Let's be honest, for 2 hours I've been rambling. So I think I'm going to sick it off here. I'm not going to promise that there's going to be a chapter on Wednesday, because we all know me better than that. But I can I can I can probably promise, at least, if not this week, then next week there will be a live stream. Another live stream. I'm going to now that now that I have a routine back in place, I'm hoping that everything else falls into it. Like live streaming, that's been the only reason I've been missing that is because of changes to everything from the holiday season approaching, which is creating stuff at work, to family vacations and birthdays and all this fun stuff that I really don't want to miss. And I've been thinking about doing it Saturdays, but then work intervened with that. I might do these on Saturdays. I might change these to be on Saturdays, so keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll let you know if that happens. But in any case, I wish y'all, thank y'all for coming, and I wish you